Thank you very much, Chair. And colleagues, you will see from the papers that we've shared that our amendment has not substantially changed. We still think these are very good ideas, and we're still hopeful that you will support them. With the final draft budget, while the Mayor has now allocated newly released funding from business rates, there remains a problem on recurring funding. London faces a number of long-term challenges, and the Mayor should consider how better to plan to fund long-term investment, rather than adding a series of one-off funding pots with only a single-line description of their purpose. So, as before, our amendment puts forward practical, fully funded ideas that can be actioned within the current financial situation. We are again spending £1.35 million coming from reserves and unapplied revenue grants, and we're reprioritising £10 million from the increase in council tax given to the MOPAC budget. My colleague, Assembly Member Garbett, will second our amendment and speak to reprioritising some of the MOPAC budget and our plans to help London renters. So, our amendment. We still think the Mayor needs to plan to support legal action against Heathrow Airport. Not everyone in the Chamber will be against expansion, but we know the Mayor always has been, and he's previously joined legal action against expansion. And for this, he needs to plan his resources in these straitened times so that he's not forced to take last minute to take money from TfL, who agreed to fund his last legal action. Now, last January, you unanimously supported the call for the Mayor to assign funds to fight Heathrow expansion, and I hope you still agree. To remind you, our amendment would ring-fence £500,000 from the Climate Change Reserve, initially for expert staffing resource to compile the evidence needed to support a legal challenge and to run through public engagement on the issue. And then the fourth part of our amendment. Transport Committee colleagues all know my specific interest in improving public accessibility on our transport system, with particular reference to toilets. The whole committee, led by the Chair, Assembly Member Baker, spent time across 2 years on a detailed investigation into transport accessibility. Our amendment puts forward £500,000 for Transport for London to review how accessible our transport system really is, using the Transport for All supported metric, the APTAL. Now, APTAL rates are not just how accessible not just how accessible transport is in terms of the distance from where you live to get to a station or a bus stop, but the actual physical accessibility of the station or stop once you actually get there. Now, it would more highly rate places with step-free access from pavement to train, and it would flag reduced accessibility like stops with no toilets or stations that are often overcrowded. And so the final part of our amendment provides a further £500,000 to improve TfL modelling by accommodating this change and bringing in APTAL to TfL's thinking and modelling. TfL would have better information to inform planning decisions, investment decisions, and when it comes to the London Plan, and accessibility could be embedded in all transport proposals and funding from the very start. So our proposed £500,000 investment from the Climate Change Reserve would therefore fund TfL to review London's PTAL modelling, improve real-life accessibility and enable more public transport journeys. I think this is probably compatible with the Lib Dem amendment. Thank you for your time, colleagues. I hope you will give this amendment serious consideration, and I now hand to my colleague, Assembly Member Garbett, who is going to second the amendment outlining our other proposals.